Welcome back, ladies and gentlebeans, to another Galaxy of Heroes video. I am your bald-headed boy Scribble, and it is Monday morning. We're about to get galactically challenged. Today we find ourselves high above the skies of Jakku, and we're facing off against the Resistance. That kind of tracks, actually, for once. This is thematically accurate. Isn't that wonderful? So, what do we have to do today? Today we have a global modifier called Last Stand. This is a fleet galactic challenge, everybody's favorite. Whenever a ship's protection reaches 0, they're going to gain retribution for 1 turn. Whenever it falls below 50% health, they gain defense up for 1 turn. And the first time they fall below 25% health, they'll gain damage immunity. Now note, if you do go from like 50% to 0% health, you're not going to get that damage immunity. So there's kind of like that little itty-bitty space of really uncomfortable awkwardness. There's also afterburners. At the start of each attacker's turn, they're going to gain speed up for 1 turn, and whenever an attacker is targeted by an enemy, if they have speed up, they'll lose it, and they'll gain chaff for 1 turn. The bonuses are for our Galactic Republic. We are going to take, whenever we take damage from an enemy, we're going to reflect that damage right back at the enemy. This damage is increased by 10% for each time that ally has been dealt damage by that attack. It's kind of weird, it's annoying, it's the Padme one, you know? The enemy has got Fearless Fortitude. Whenever an enemy resists a detrimental effect, so if you resist a debuff, that ally is going to gain heal over time for 1 turn. Whenever a resistance ally gains a buff, they also stack potency, crit chance, and crit damage until the end of battle, and they gain 10% turn meter. A little bit annoying with their Millennium Falcon. Feats then, we need to win with 5 Galactic Republic ships, we need to win with 1 light side and dark side, and we need to win after evading 10 attacks. Let's break down the light side, dark side, Galactic Republic fleet together, and then we'll tackle the evasions after that. Smashing. So when it comes to Galactic Republic fleets, everybody knows that the only one worth looking at is the not the Endurance, come on, it's the Negotiator. Let's get some negotiations going. Okay, we're going to go with Galactic Republic, funnily enough, and I'm going to take in the ETA-2, I'm going to take in Anakin's Ahsoka Tano Starfighter, we're going to take in the BTLB Y-Wing, we're also going to take in Plo Koon, and we're going to take in the Umbaran Starfighter. Now, those of you that do happen to have the Marauder, absolutely take the Marauder. Just drop Ahsoka Tano, throw Marauder in, but I'm not going to do that because I know there's going to be people out there that don't have the Marauder. I'm also going to throw in Rex, and because we need to have a dark side ally as well, doesn't even need to be fielded, I'm just going to put Houndstooth on the bench. He's going to be there just in case, but most likely we won't even have to call him in. So all we're looking at right now is just trying to get the victory. We're just looking to get the win. We don't care about anything else. And with that in mind, you're going to target Rose's Tico ship. Actually, well, you could. Yeah, let's target Rose's Tico ship and do the AoE. We didn't land the buff immunity, but it really doesn't matter because this ship never taunts. In this Galactic Challenge, at least. Never taunts. Alrighty. So we're just going to go ahead and do a big shot over here. I would highly recommend people target and face down against that Millennium Falcon first and foremost. Try to get rid of that thing as soon as possible because it just does, quite frankly, boatloads of damage. You see what I mean? So much damage. Now it's gone, it does no damage. It's nothing. Alright, once you've gotten rid of that, you want to be focusing on Poe Dameron's ship. So we are going to call in Plo Koon over here. That's just going to heal us up and give us a little bit of turn to gain that turn meter and focus down on Poe's ship. Whenever the enemies have got Foresight, you kind of want to cleanse that Foresight off because Foresight on the enemy team will enhance the rate at which they hit their ultimate. So Holdo's ultimate, which gets rid of the capital ship, will reduce its cooldowns by 1 every time a resistance ship with Foresight uses a special ability. So we need to make sure that at all opportunities we get rid of this Foresight. So over here, get rid of that Foresight over there. Lovely. No point attacking Poe's Dameron ship right now because he's got damage immunity. We have no means of cleansing it. And then once again, we'll go all in on him. So yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and call in the Umbaran Starfighter over here. They're going to resist all of our debuffs because they're just sucky. And what are we looking at? What are we looking at over here? We've nearly gotten rid of Poe Dameron's ship. There he goes, gone the way of the dodo. Now we just need to wait for the comeuppance to come out of stealth, which should eventually happen any year now. Now I'm going to use the ultimate here just to get their cooldowns increased, just to do some decent damage, and then we're going to go all in on the comeuppance. Alrighty. Good. Comeuppance, we don't like you very much. Let's just basic over here. And we should be absolutely fine. As you can see, we've got everybody alive. They're not really dealing much in the way of damage to us. So, yeah, mass assist over here. Boop, boop, boop. There we go, in the damage immunity. Basic over here. If the enemy is target locked, and Unborrowed Starfighter uses a basic, he does dispel everything. So keep that in mind. Casual 100k crit from Ahsoka Tano over there. And at this point, honestly, we could probably just put it on auto and have a good time. It's really not so bad winning with the Negotiator fleet. And like I said, this doesn't even have... We don't even have the Malevolence. The Malevolence? We don't even have the Marauder on us right now. So they call in Lando's ship right now. It's really not going to do anything. And, of course, he's just going to hurt himself. We'll put out more bombs on the field, increase their cooldowns even further, and this should be the end of their ships. Unfortunately, there was no target lock at that time, but we will just keep things up and running. Yep, they're quite literally destroying themselves. This damage reflection ability is pretty good. Even if they were to destroy our capital ship at this point, it's not going to matter. But they don't get that opportunity. So there you have it. That is a quick and easy way of getting the Galactic Republic feat done and getting a win with one light side and one dark side surviving. Even though we didn't call in the Houndstooth, really doesn't matter. It still counts. Alright? So let's look at getting evades. I've got two teams for you here. The first one, we're going to be using the Chimera. This one's a little bit more exclusive because we are going to be running the TIE Defender and the TIE Interceptor, which are obviously a little bit harder to get, but this has got a bunch of foresight. Now, I'm using the starting lineup with the Imperial TIE Fighter, TIE Advanced, and Emperor Shuttle. You have to go in with a full Empire or Sith or Inquisitor lineup just to gain the benefit of the the TIE Interceptor over there to reduce the cooldowns. All we want at the start is for TIE Fighter to do one dodge. One dodge. Just back out if he doesn't, because that's going to give us our capital ship a little bit of bonus turn meter, and obviously it's going to count as a dodge. So we're going to try and get that done. We got a dodge. Isn't that wonderful? That's all we were looking for, just that one dodge. Next up, we're going to call in the TIE Defender. TIE Defender is a wonderful, wonderful ship. Let's see. And I'm actually going to stun the Millennium Falcon over there, because we've got one dodge so far. We've got one dodge so far. We're just waiting for a couple of extra dodges. It's okay if they get rid of that TIE Advanced after you've used it once. Not a problem at all. I'm going to use a basic here because we've already got Foresight. We've lost Foresight because I'm a silly sausage. Let's take a look. Yeah, just basic over here. Once again, you still want to be cleansing off the enemy's Foresight all the fucking time, alright? We've had one dodge so far. Let's go ahead and, yeah, I'm going to just gain a little bit of extra stats and heal up a little bit. Going to use the special over here, gain that Foresight on the TIE Fighter. Now, TIE Fighter, TIE Defender, when they get an evade off, they are going to pass a whole boatload of speed to our capital ship, which is absolutely phenomenal, because that is going to keep us in the game. Now, I have the TIE Interceptor here. That is the second reinforcement. Great thing about TIE Interceptor, when it comes in, it gets Foresight. First special over here gives itself Foresight, and if it's already got Foresight, it will instead give it to an ally. So we're going to go ahead and use that right now. It's going to pass it. Everybody on our field has got Foresight. We're actually waiting for the Hans Millennium Falcon to do an AoE. Boom. Everybody dodged. Everybody. That's 5 dodges already. Now, what you can choose to do is you can choose to do something like, you know, use Strategic Dominance, the ultimate from Thrawn, to just get rid of, completely delete out the comeuppance, for example. I do actually recommend that you leave Hans Millennium Falcon, or Rey's Millennium Falcon, sorry, on the field, because it's one of the few ships that the enemy has that has got evasion. That's 6 dodges so far. And we can actually focus on one ship. We're not looking to kill the enemy fleet very quickly, because if you do that, you won't get your 10 dodges. We still need 4 more. We still need 3 more dodges, because that was another dodge. We can also get another reinforcement. So we can come in with this wonderful scythe over here, but I'm actually going to call in the Gauntlet Starfighter. The Gauntlet Starfighter will give us a little bit more survivability. It decreases the incoming damage from the enemy, and that's great. So let's have a look over here. I'm just going to do a basic over here, spreading some of that damage. We still need... Whoa! Ha! That was another dodge. We need 2 more dodges, and we are golden. Alrighty. 2 more dodges on our turns. Well, not necessarily on our turns, but 2 more dodges for us will tie us out. I think that was... No, that wasn't a dodge. It was just damage immunity. Let's get rid of Poe Dameron's ship. And once again, let's get rid of that Foresight. Wonderful. Now, I'm going to use this second special over here. That is going to force taunt on our healthiest ally, because I don't want to hit the Interceptor right now. Alrighty. Just basic over here. Look, we've got Foresight, and we'll use that first special from the TIE Interceptor to gain Foresight. We need 1 more dodge. That's all we need right now. I'm going to call in the TIE Defender over here. Who are they coming in with? It looks like it's Resistance Pilot. Resistance Pilot currently on the field. Yeah, let's actually just... I think now is a good time. Oh, we got our last dodge. Now is a very good time to get rid of the Hans Millennium Falcon. Raise Millennium Falcon. Dang nabbit. Because we've done our dodges super easy. Not a problem at all. So we might as well just look to clear up. Anything extra that we get at this point is just groovy, baby. Coming in with a scythe at the end. You don't need the scythe for this to work, guys. I just used it because it's useful. But at this point, we've already kind of won. Let's be honest. We've already won. So we're going to focus down on the Resistance Pilot. Next ultimate from Thrawn, we're going to get rid of their SF-17. The SF-17 will go the way of the Dodo. We've already got all the evades that we need in the world. Any extras that we get now is just going to be juicy for us. So, who are they reinforcing with? Lando's Falcon, not a problem. There's an extra dodge for us. Let's go ahead and blow up that... blow up the SF-17 so we don't have to worry about it anymore. We can keep people alive if we want, but I think we'll leave it for now on the scythe. There's an extra dodge again, so I think it's 12 dodges, 13 dodges. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, let's just heal up a moment. Let's just heal up a moment. Empire is really, really good at getting these dodge feats done. Really, really enjoy using the Empire fleet. Fantastic fleet, in my opinion. TIE Defender is such a great ship. Lots and lots of evades. We still don't need to heal. Now, they might hit their ultimate any second now, and that's completely fine. Completely fine. Because at this point, we've got another dodge there. At this point, there's not a whole lot that they can actually do to us. Another dodge again. And get the stun. And that is all she wrote. Call in the TIE Defender to finish it off. That is one team that can get us our 10 dodges. Fabulous. Another team that can get the dodges is actually your own Radus. I'm using Ray's Millennium Falcon, Poe Dameron's X-Wings, the SF-17, also getting in the Comeuppance, the Resistance Pilot. I'm throwing in Hans Millennium Falcon, and once again the TIE Interceptor, just to get us an additional source of foresight. So the same principle applies. It's just Holdo's fleet has got a whole bunch of foresight just baked into the actual mechanics of the kit. So we're just looking to get a couple of dodges here, and by a couple I mean 10 dodges. Okay, so you want to start off with Poe Dameron's second special. That's going to give him an additional source of foresight and some extra turn meter. Let's go ahead and use that now. And yeah, we'll use the second special over here. Lovely. I'm just going to do a bit of a wiggle. You can see we've got 2 lots of foresight on the field right now. Just waiting for the... we've got 2 dodges there, actually. Wow, that's huge. So we're already at 2. Waiting for the AoE to come out of their Falcon, but it looks like it doesn't want to do it. We'll do our own, though. Why not? No problem doing our own. Let's go ahead and reinforce, and I'm going to bring out the Comeuppance. We bring out the Comeuppance because, you know, it's just an amazing ship. More importantly, it will help us gain additional sources of foresight. So we've had 2 dodges already. I'm going to leave the Millennium Falcon alive still, because we do still have some forms of AoE. I'm definitely going to get rid of its foresight, though. We're allowed foresight, the enemy is not. Alright, that is the rule. That is the rule. Booyah, 3 dodges there. So I think that puts us at 5 dodges so far. We'll just focus on their SF-17. Once again, use that second special from Poe Dameron. We'll go ahead and look to heal up. I almost feel like the SF-17 is almost a bad thing for us, because it's actually slowing down the amount of dodges that we get. Now, we do want to get rid of their Comeuppance as soon as possible. If we can do that, all the better. We also don't really want to ultimate. We just want to try to make sure we ultimate before our opponent does, realistically speaking. There was another dodge there. I think that puts us at 6. So what we can do here, look, the next ship is going to fill up our reinforcement queue. If you bring in Hans Millennium Falcon, it'll pass foresight to the entire team. If you obviously bring in the Resistance X-Wing, it's just more sources of foresight, more sources of attacks out of turn. But I'm actually going to bring in the TIE Interceptor. Either one of those ships will work. Any of those ships will work. I'm bringing in the TIE Interceptor because it's just going to keep on passing foresight to our team. And that is precisely what we want. We really want to get that Comeuppance out of stealth in an ideal world. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of wiggle. Got rid of their foresight. See, we can just blow up their ships right now and stop them from getting any further reinforcements, but I don't actually want to do that. Not right now. Let's just keep focusing on their SF-17 until we can get through to their comeuppance. I think we're on 6 dodges at the moment. That was an extra 3 dodges there. Unfortunately, we did lose the TIE Interceptor, so that puts us at 9 dodges. We only need 1 more dodge. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we could probably, at this point, blow up the enemy ship, and we won't have to worry too much about it. But I'm not going to, because I would like to make sure that I reinforce with something useful. So I'm going to call in Hans Millennium Falcon just to get foresight across the board. And we'll do a wiggle, because that wiggle ability gives us like an additional 50% evasion, I think, something like that. I'm deliberately leaving units alive on their side, just to increase the odds of us getting a dodge. Just AoE. Making sure I'm cleansing off all of their dodges. We got all the dodges in the world. Alright, super, fantastic, smashing. Let's just clean up now. Get rid of everything that we can. And I will blow up their capital ship. Why not? I mean, technically, we'll both we'll both lose our capital ships. Let's see. Let's just keep on going over here. Boom, 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 boom. And boom. Lovely. Over here. We can't get through that damage immunity just yet. Now we'll get rid... Oh, did he really have to get that dodge off right here? Very rude. Very rude. There we go. And it's just a case of cleaning up house now, and we will be all laughing our way to our red box. That was an extra dodge at the end there as well. How wonderful. Keep our foresight up. If you've still got your Poe Dameron up, essentially, at the end, you're always going to be able to outlast when it comes down to just 1 or 2 ships with the additional sources of foresight and the great damage that he deals. There he hits. We'll put it on auto from here. And that is about that, ladies and gentlemen. I know some of these fleets are a little bit iffy. Nobody likes to try and farm out dodges in fleets. It's incredibly frustrating, but it can be done with the right approach. You know, you can do it with Rebels with the Razor Crest as well, but not the Razor Crest, sorry, Raven's Claw. But it's a little bit awkward because for some reason their SF-17 just does not taunt. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to about do it for today's episode of Galactically Challenged with your bald-headed boy Scribble. Please do make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Massive shout out to my wonderful patrons. You guys are awesome. Thank you for your continued support. I will see you all in the very next video. Peace out, and may the Force be with you.